Good morning everyone and welcome along to episode number 80 and the finale of F1 2019. And you may be asking yourself, well Ian, you did the Singapore Grand Prix last weekend, why are we seeing the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Well, it's quite simple really. I went to do the Russian Grand Prix right after the Singapore Grand Prix and we won the track championship, and I didn't want to do it. I hated the idea of doing it. So, rather than put you through a half-assed effort of what was going to be a half-assed race, I just decided to sim all the races up to now. So you get to see a proper farewell for F1 2019. But yeah, here's the results of what happened you missed.
Continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing.
That didn't go well, did it?
Who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Oh well, Japan will.
The whole team.
Yeah, Japan didn't go very well either. But you know, I'm sure Mexico was a much better result. Yeah, Mexico wasn't a good result at all, was it? Never mind. Kota is my favourite circuit, and I assure you that we got it. Oh dear.
Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting
I think you can tell what's probably going to happen with the Brazilian Grand Prix. Then we're going to win this one, aren't we? Oh. Yeah, we didn't win that one. Okay, so yeah, we just simmed through it because it is next week. F1 2020 is due out, and we want to give you all the right thing here. Get rid of F1 2019 and do F1 2020. Now, what's this rumour I see here? Rumours Devon Butler's going to Aston Martin Red Bull Racing. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I've got a feeling he won't be in next year's game. Shock horror. But, yeah. Oh, good lord, Ferrari are now the best team. We're leaving at the right time then. Ferrari have decided to up their game and become the best team on the grid. It's about time. Maybe we'll get a cracking fight between Mercedes and Ferrari for the last race of the season. Who knows? It's nice to see that Williams are the bottom team and Sebastian Vettel is down there with them. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I should point out. Wow, we've really slipped in the aero department, haven't we? Second best chassis, Red Bull are now the best. Yeah, you should see it coming up on your screen now. We had the R&D reset for just the durability, which I was absolutely dumbfounded by. I didn't think it was just going to be the durability, because the email that came through said it was going to be all about multiple departments, but when it came through just durability, we just decided, I think it was after Russia, that just get them all done, get them all adapted, and that's going to be the end of it. So yeah, you should be, like I said, it's on the screen now. We adapted everything to the car, so it was going to be still a cracking car if we were going to come back for a season 5, which of course we're not. Because, like I said, Season 4, we've already done what we said, which was win the Constructors' Championship, win the Drivers' Championship, Lucas Faber's in second place, Devon Butler's in third place, wouldn't you know it. Then Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Charles Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, Pierre Gasly, and Carlos Sainz. They're your top 10. Constructors, we've won it, followed by McLaren, Ferrari, Haas, Red Bull, Renault, Williams, Alfa Romeo, Racing Point, Toro Rosso, and literally everyone has scored like chunks of points. So really has been competitive this season. But I know you're eager to get on with it now. I've talked too much, so let's get. We're going to put everything into practice. We're going to put everything into qualifying, and for the final time on F1 2019, we will see you on the start line for what will be basically the farewell the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Season 4. Let's do this, folks.
It's twilight here in the United Arab Emirates, and twilight also on another Formula One season. It's been a captivating story throughout the year, but will we see one final dramatic twist before the end? The drivers will be racing here at the Yas Island circuit through 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass, with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and plenty of drama to be found in the laps ahead. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about Poole. They've had a fantastic campaign. It's been a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
I agree it's been a truly impressive season, but championship or no, I don't think they'll be gently cruising around to the finish line. In fact, with points no longer a concern, there's a lot less to risk, so we may even see a more aggressive approach.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Poole lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Butler, Leclerc, Lucas Faber and Ricciardo, Sainz, Kvyat, Bottas and Roman Grosjean, Gasly, Raikkonen, Kevin Magnussen and Hamilton, Perez, Vettel, Nico Hülkenberg and Lance Stroll, Albon and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, we've already won the championship, so relax and enjoy this race.
Whew, and trust me, Jeff, that is going to be the intention for this race and this final Grand Prix on F1 2019. We just took pole position from our mate Max Verstappen. It was literally seconds, inches, as they would say. Going to be a one-stop race, as it always is here in Abu Dhabi. From the soft tyre onto the medium tyre, which is, yeah, traditional, really. But that's the thing with Abu Dhabi. Yabba dabba doo. It's a boring track that nobody really likes. Hopefully we can send it out in the right way, and hopefully we can make it an exciting race. But I think we're all set then, folks. Let's get the final race of F1 2019 underway, shall we? Well, here we go then for the final time, folks, on F1 2019. Final start here, Season 4. Lights are out, away we go. We've got a stormer! Good lord, did we get a storming start? Verstappen's going to try and sneak it up the inside. It ain't going to work. Maxwell, you're going to have to stay back there. What a start. We've been doing these now, what, 80 bloody races, and that's the first decent start we've had in ever. Oh, well, you know what they say. You're going to have 79 shit starts to start with, and then you get the brilliant start on the 80th and the last episode. Why not? Absolutely, as we head down the back straight. Look at the undulations. You've got that Red Bull chasing down that Ferrari. There's Lucas Weber somewhere in the vicinity there. We seem to be short of breath this morning. That's not good. Actually, that's Charles Leclerc as Verstappen tried to sneak it up the inside there. Maxwell, thou shalt not pass. Unless you've got a go sticker, and then you can go and collect 200 quid at the same time. But it's early. I've been up since 5:30 this morning, and we're starting recording right now. It's just absolutely insane as we start to head into the marina section here at Abu Dhabi. Give the curbs a good sauntering, a good clunking as we connect with them perfectly. Now down to the final 2 corners. And hopefully we can sign off with the W. I'm hoping we can, because if we can, that would be awesome. But everyone's come to play today. Verstappen, Butler, I think Leclerc and Weber, they've come to play as well. So literally anybody could take the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here as we go through turn 1. Now watch this through turn 2 and 3 and 4. That is maximum commitment, folks. as we sling it down into the chicane here. The only reason that chicane's there is because they wanted to put something there to stop them going full flat into this hairpin. Wuss. Nobody I will say this until the day is gone. Nobody likes Abu Dhabi. Nobody likes it. It's a horrible track. And the only reason we're here is because of the money. That's right, Ian can say things because everyone else doesn't have the bottle to say it. As we head through the DRS zone down to another reason why you hate this circuit. Who puts a tight corner and then puts a chicane right after it? That's ridiculous. Utter garbage, utter ridiculous, and then Herman Tilke should be shot and banned from ever doing circuits again. Thankfully though, with the Vietnam circuit that's going to be in F1 2020, it looks like he's actually done himself a solid, although it does look very flat, which doesn't provide much solace. We will get onto some of the questions about this game eventually. But here we go. This is going to be down into the first corner on lap 3. Verstappen to the outside. Oh, a bit of contact there. Oh, I thought he'd lost his wing there. But, oh, Devon Butler's going to take advantage of the turn 3 and he's got him. That's not what we want to see. We did not want to see Devon Butler back there. But Devon Butler is now P2 ahead of young Max Verstappen in that Red Bull Honda. And through the chicane we go into this horror. I'll tell you what. The amount of times we're going to be saying this horrible hairpin, it's unbelievable. Now is Max Verstappen going to lose another position here? Maybe not. We're looking ahead there. It's actually Devon Butler that's coming up. Big time Devon Butler, as they call him. He's got the lead of this Grand Prix, but we're just going to slide it. Oh, there may be a bit of contact there as well. Hopefully Devon Butler's lost his front wing and Verstappen has taken second place back. See, that's the kind of thing we do. It's the nice thing to do. But yeah, let's talk about F1 2019, shall we? Because I think we owe it to review this game. And what's the score I'm going to give this game overall? I'm going to give it an 8. And you may be wondering, Ian, why have you given it such a low score? Well, I'll tell you. Graphically, absolutely, it deserves more than 10 out of 10. It deserves 11, 12, 13, 14 out of 10. Because graphically, and I know a lot of people have said this, it is amazing. It's almost like watching the real thing. However, the amount of bugs that came out with it ahead of launch lets the game down. When the game came down, right, in the rain, it was the player that was OP, and then the AI was horrible. Then they changed it so that the AI was OP and you couldn't hardly beat them. And then they brought out more patches to scale it back. We'll get onto that. I think we're about to see a pass here. Yes, we are. We're on board. This is myself. We got Max Verstappen still lurking. This Verstappen's going to have a go now instead of Butler. Butler's dropping back. He may have wing damage from when we collided into the sharp corner here. We'll have a look. Up the inside, we'll go on Verstappen. And we'll do the same thing with him that he did Devon Butler, except do him a little bit cleaner, if you don't mind me saying so. But yes, back to it. They kept bringing out patches and patches and patches and patches to fix the things that didn't need fixing. And it was annoying as hell, especially when you were halfway through Korea. And speaking of halfway through Korea, why change the driver lineup halfway through Korea for Red Bull so that Albon was the driver? Why? That just didn't make any sense at all. What else didn't make sense at all? They brought out unfinished car models. They brought out oh my god, there was just so much wrong with the game. Oh boy. And that is not the least of the stuff. Some of these tracks, they still haven't laser scanned them. And there's still, now I know they have for F1 2020 because they had a lot of driver input, and you'll notice a lot of changes with some of the circuits. But for this game, it's 8 out of 10 I think is fair. I mean, look here, graphically you actually feel like you're watching an F1 race here as Verstappen lines us up down into turn number, I think this is turn 7 coming up actually. Yeah, because, oh no, it's not, it's going to be Butler. Butler's going to scream it around the inside. He's going to have a go here. Big time Devon Butler up the inside. It's going to be a drag race, I think, to the chicane. No, it's not. Devon Butler has got that done. Fair play. He's got that done very quickly and move him into P2. We didn't want to see him in P2, that's for damn sure. But there was another thing. Yeah, some of the AI on some of the circuits, they're still OP as hell. And this is going to be the problem we experience, hopefully, with Zandvoort and Vietnam in F1 2020. Because whenever we go to new tracks, the AI are so OP, there's just no data. So you don't know what to expect. It was the same with Russia. It was the same with... in some respects, it was the same as Mexico, as we head into the pit lane for our pit stop. See if the Mercedes boys can do the job one more time. The only good thing I would say that did come out of this was the fact that we got the driver transfers through mid-season. What the hell's gone on there? Why have we taken so long there, boys? Hopefully that doesn't cost us the race lead there as we head into this. Oh, look at this stupid pit lane. You know, we've been coming here now 10 years and still no one's crashed in this pit exit. Incredible. And we're out, and there we go again. Now, hopefully we'll see some action while we were out of the pit lane. We'll see if that's the case, and here we go. Cut to Max Verstappen and big time Devon Butler down the back straight. Will that Honda have the power to get past that upgraded Ferrari? We certainly hope so. Let's have a look. Go to the outside. That is gonna be job done, I think. Oh, big time Devon Butler's keeping the nose stuck in there, and he's just gonna. Oh no, Verstappen's got him. Fair move from Verstappen. That is absolutely fair play. But yeah, the one good thing that came out of F1 2020 was, F1 2019 is driver transfers, because that was a game changer. I think for a lot of people, that was an absolute game changer, and it's still gonna be there for F1 2020. But F1 2020 they're bringing out a My Team career. And that's what we're going to be concentrating on when we bring F1 2020 to the channel in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully 2 weeks' time. As we see pit stops. So we've got Verstappen, Butler. That's one of the Hasses there. Is Weber in. I don't see Weber. One of the Toro Rossos. Presume that's Kvyat. Because Stroll usually hangs around at the back there. Raikkonen's in. They're all in here. Verstappen, I think, has got the jump on Butler. Must have. He's come out miles ahead of Devon Butler. That is incredible, folks. Now, where are we? Where are we in that? Oh, there we are. We've only just scraped through with the lead. And I mean just. Any closer and, any closer and it would have been an absolute disaster. It still may be an absolute disaster as we head down the back straight here. We've got this is Verstappen right on our rear wing. This is the fight for P11. It will be for the de facto race lead. Oh, big lock up from Verstappen into the chicane, and it looks like we're going to just hold on to the lead there now. This happened. Did this happen earlier? I think this must have happened earlier. Because we certainly missed it as we go to Grosjean here. Look at that McLaren, it's gaining, it's going around the outside. That is Valtteri Bottas, ladies and gentlemen, in the 77 McLaren. Well, not the 1977 McLaren, but the 77 number. And he's up into P4 of this Grand Prix as we head into the Marina section. And Lucas Weber didn't pit. He's now in the pits, so we'll see where he comes out. Hopefully he's going to gain a hell of a lot of traction here. So look at the gap from Verstappen to Butler. If Weber can stick his nose in that gap, that would help him out absolutely massively. He's coming out the pit lane now. I think he will go as we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 35.6. That is immense there. I think, yeah, look at the mini-map. I think Weber's going to get him here. It's going to be so close on the exit. We're going to keep a look on it. He has got him. And, oh, I think that has almost got past Butler there as well. But Weber now into third place. We did not want to see Weber in third place. That's for damn sure. As we go back here. Now, I tell you what, it's been a rather boring race so far. It needs to perk up a bit, apart from these fights here between myself and Verstappen for P1. Although this is, yeah, it is for P1 now because everyone's made their pit stop. Great side-by-side accidents. Oh, we've run very wide. Very wide. That's a bit of controversy there. As to the first time we go to Sebastian Vettel. He's got Valtteri Bottas right behind him. And Bottas is in P16. He's challenging for P15 round the outside. He's going to try and get the job done. Vettel will give him a fight. And wow, did you see the traction that Bottas had? He was gone. See you later, bye. Speaking of see you later, bye, is Weber going to have an answer to keeping big time Devon Butler behind him? Butler to the outside into this switchback chicane. And oh, they're still wheel banging side by side, the two F2 rivals. But I think Butler's going to keep his nose in and keep P3 for now. And you've got Charles Leclerc lurking in the background. As we go to one of the Pink Panthers, one of the racing points. That is Sergio Perez. He's got the man Gasly right behind him. And the man Gasly's going to have a go into this switchback chicane. And I think he has got him. Oh, not quite. He's going to keep his nose in Perez. And Perez, pushing him out. And that's P11 for the Mexican. As who is this? Is this the Iceman? Yes, the Iceman. He does come if he's coming for P13. Or he's defending from P13, sorry. That is Grosjean right behind him. And I think that's going to be Raikkonen. We've seen two there that have kept the inside and kept their position. We should see Raikkonen do the same thing here up the inside, and he certainly does. So now everyone's starting to get their act together as we move on to lap number 9. This is still ourselves and Max Verstappen. Oh, they're giving us awful camera angles here. Sort your shit out, fellas. Sort your shit out, as they say. We're going to squeeze Verstappen into the wall. And that was hard, but that was fair. Very fair as we go to the fight for P3 with Lucas Weber and big time Devon Butler still engaging. That's another thing. These two characters they brought in. What a refreshing breath of fresh air. I think you'll both agree. Weber and Butler. Absolute breaths of fresh air as we see Butler take P3 from Lucas Weber in the Ferrari. But they will not be here for F1 2020, which is an absolute shame, because I would have loved to have done a My Team career with those two as Gasly attacks Sergio Perez. This is going to be for P11 still, and he's got him, the little Frenchman. And speaking of he's got him, will Grosjean finally get the Iceman? The Iceman is still holding off. He's still holding. We've seen this work twice now. Will Grosjean make it a third? Grosjean should make it a third. With the greatest of ease, he's made it a third. That's what you love to see as Butler. Weber wants to come back on the big time there, Butler, and he has on. Oh, almost contact there. He almost wiped his wing out. We're going to be having a quick word about that one. But Weber will take P3 back if you don't mind, as Perez wants P11 back if you don't mind. He's saying, can I have that position back? And Perez Gasly says, yeah, you want to have it back? Why don't you? As oh boy, dearie me, we're now on lap number 10 here, folks. And look at this. This is an absolute ding-dong battle between us, and it's going to be the last battle you see, because Verstappen's got us. Oh, it's Verstappen. Oh, I think he has. Has he got him? Yes, Verstappen into the race lead. Well, we're not going to settle for that. Get after him. Get after him. We got the DRS now, and we're going to be slipping him right inside. Look at the fans. They're on their feet as they see two gladiators fighting it out for the race lead, and that'll be us back into the P1, and we've come out somewhere over here. Why have we come out over here when we shouldn't have been over here? We have to have a word with the editing department about that one. As we head into the stadium section. So yeah, no Lucas Weber, no Devon Butler. We're going to have a My Team career mode, and this will be also the last time you see me in an F1 2019 F1 game, because we're going to introduce you to a very familiar face for My Team. We're not going to say who it is, but you'll have an idea if you've watched another series on this game. As Lucas Weber said, last lap by Lucas Weber is absolutely outstanding. That is 6/10 faster than us. He is going to be coming on a charge as we almost swing it wide out of turn 3 and then almost lose it in turn 4, going through turn 5 down to the hairpin at turn number 6 into turn 6. It's so tight, it's so narrow, but still battle. You have to excuse me, I have to pull a hair out of my mouth. What the hell? Battle will engage as Verstappen has got us, and we're just stuck into his slipstream. Are we going to let him have P1 for now? We certainly are going to let him have P1 for now. That will be damn sure, as Butler starts gaining and gaining and gaining and keeps gaining. And Butler's going to be past Lucas Weber. I think we can't see where Weber is. We'll have to get the external. There he is. He's well past him. Absolutely well past him as we go to the fight between Sergio Perez. Is that Sergio? Sergio, is that you, mate? Yes, it is. You got Pierre Gasly right behind you, still for P11. It's worth absolutely nothing to the pair of them because you only get points of the top 10. But up the inside we go, and that's Gasly into P11 as we see Raikkonen starting to fall back, and he's fallen back into the clutches of his fellow Finnish compatriot Valtteri Bottas, ladies and gentlemen. And wow! That may as well have been a no contest, a ding ding, as they say. Absolutely incredible as we take a sip of Coke Zero, and now can we get the race lead back off that? Look at the fans, they're on their feet. Was that a siren outside? I don't know. They're on their feet and we take the lead back off Max Verstappen. Get in, fair play, son. And we've almost had a screwdriver stab us in the foot as Gasly wants that position back, and Gasly to the outside. Oh, Perez. Staunch defending there from the Mexican. Now onto, I believe this is lap number 12. I'm hoping this is lap number 12. It's really picked up in the last few races. You know, I said Abu Dhabi was a boring Grand Prix. Well, it really is. As Verstappen to the out. Verstappen takes the race lead back. This is incredible. Maybe I should have Verstappen as my teammate. Yeah, can you imagine that partnership one day? As we go to Devon Butler and Lucas Weber still fighting over P3. They've dropped the Haas behind them. This is incredible. It's side-by-side action between the two young guns. It's their final ever race. Why not go out with an absolute boom, as they say? As Kimi Raikkonen has got Sebastian Vettel all over his rear end, and Raikkonen is really falling off the pace here. This should be a no contest as well. Down into turn number 7, and he has got him now. It feels like we've been fighting all race, myself and Max Verstappen. And we're going to do the same move. Oh, that was a bit naughty. We give Verstappen a bit of Verstappen's own medicine there as we cross the line to start lap number 13. Still Verstappen behind us. Lucas Weber is getting closer, ever closer. And through turn 2, this car sticks through turn 3 very nicely. We're just having to save a little fuel as well because the engine's not performing as we would have liked. But here we go again for about the 15th million time this race. Here comes Max Verstappen. He's right in our slipstream toe, and he's going to pull it to the inside. Down into turn 7. Will we let him go? The answer to that question is yes, we will, and that's because we know the DRS zone is around the corner. And speaking of around the corner, here comes Devon Butler. He's going after Lucas Weber here for P3, and Butler's going to go to the outside. This should be an easy pass, and it is an easy pass. Oh, we got Haas fighting in the background there. Let's see, it's now who's that? That's Sainz behind Leclerc, the 16 behind in front of the 55. It's a fantastic fight. This fight's almost ignited here. That Toro Rosso's in P7 on merit. Is that Kvyat? That's gotta be Danny Kvyat. We'll see where he ends up in this race. Oh, speaking of cars that have been fighting all race, here comes Gasly and Perez. Perez in the Pink Panther, Gasly in the Red Bull. Gasly to the outside of Sergio Perez. Believe it or not, all through career, that's the only team that hasn't updated the drivers, Verstappen and Gasly. And Gasly's got P11 from Perez. As we go to Valtteri Bottas, he's on a charge, folks, and he's also passing Roman Grosjean. Good Lord, goodbye. Well, it would have been goodbye, but not quite. And up the inside, he's got him for P. What position is that going to be? That's going to be for that position. P13, as we go to the battle for P15 between Raikkonen and Vettel. Don't tell me it's going to happen again to Sebastian Vettel. Nico Hülkenberg swinging over to the outside. That was a late swing from Nico Hülkenberg, and he's got the job done. Got the job done incredibly as, well, guess who? Come on then, down the inside. Will we go? Yes, we will. It's a late down the inside, almost on the blue line. We give Verstappen a bit of the old push and shove, and we are into the race lead again. Now, this is the final lap of the Grand Prix, and I tell you what, folks, this has been an absolutely banging Grand Prix as Verstappen takes the lead back again. Oh dear me, we lock it up a little bit, but hopefully we can get it back into turn number 10 as big time Devon Butler is coming, and big time Devon Butler wants this Grand Prix podium for himself, but Weber also wants it as they go side by side. Oh, they're wheel to wheel. I tell you what, they've absolutely outdone themselves here as that Weber goes into P3. Oh dear me. Well, we've got Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc. They're having their own little fight as well. And Leclerc around the outside of Carlos Sainz, and he's up in a P5. Who we got here? We got Kevin Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen we haven't seen all race, nor Lewis Hamilton. They've been a bit stagnant here. What's this the fight for? Must be the fight for P8, I would say. Yeah, P8, because there's the Toro Rosso in P7. And Hamilton will take Magnussen. Well, I thought he'd take Magnussen. He does take Magnussen, actually. So there's that done. As Kimi Raikkonen and Nico Hülkenberg are now about to engage in a fight of their own. Here they go again on their own. As nobody sang ever. And Nico Hülkenberg, has he got the job done? Not quite. Kimi Raikkonen keeps to nose him. And around the outside, Nico Hülkenberg will take P15 as we go to another two cars we haven't seen all race, and that's the Alfa Romeo of Antonio Giovinazzi and the Toro Rosso of Lance Stroll. I should point out this is the last time you see Toro Rosso in F1 2020. It's Alpha Tauri. We'll get into that on F1 2020 comes in. But P18 for Hollywood Lance Stroll. As can we pull off an absolute move here on Verstappen for the race lead? We're just going to absolutely send it, folks, into turn. I don't know what turn that is. It's not normally a passing. Big bang of the wheels. Excuse me. Coming through. That should be the victory. And that should be the victory in kind as Butler and Weber are going to have a fight here for P3. Come on, Weber. I'll tell you what, that was a sweet move by Devon Butler. Absolutely super sweet. As Kevin Magnussen's got Danny Ricciardo all over him. He's got Hamilton there as well. They're not going to be free wide, surely, are they? Not quite. But look at Hamilton and Ricciardo and the McLaren and the Ferrari go wheel to wheel. We need to be concentrating on that fight. I think Ricciardo's got Hamilton. He certainly has, and Hamilton has lost 2 places there in one corner. And here comes Hollywood Lance Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Alexander Albon's back there as well. Will Giovinazzi... Oh, big lock-up from Giovinazzi. He's going to lose out to the Albon here. Certainly is. What a race this has been, folks. Oh, dear me. But coming out to the final corner. Oh, thank you, F1 2019. Grazie, ragazzi. We end with a win.
Nice work. That's P1. Race win.
Oh, what a game. What a game, Cody's.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, it's got to be Kevin Magnussen. He displayed exceptional skill out on the track today and wasn't afraid to fight his way through the pack.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
What a game, Codemasters, what a game. P1 for ourselves. And you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. It's been a fantastic race. It's been a fantastic career, but like I said, this will be the last F1 2019 career mode race you will see on the channel. And I think we've ended it on a bit of a banger at the same time. You have to excuse me there while I scratch my nose. We finish in the lead, Max Verstappen, Devon Butler finishing on the podium. Farewell to Devon Butler as well. Lucas Fabert's farewell to him. Excuse me. Charles Leclerc, Carl Sainz, Danny Kvyat, Ken Magnussen, Danny Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton. Oh, so close to Pierre Gasly. And Antonio Giovinazzi finished last, no retirements. Oh well, let's go and see Claire for the final time because, well, we've got to really. Claire's just found out she's been sacked.
I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
Still a professional as always.
How are you feeling after that win?
Feeling great. Feeling on top of the moon. Feeling absolutely elated. Feels amazing.
What do you think made the difference between this weekend and last
I
weekend?
took control of the race this time, and yeah, go fuck yourself.
Your rivalry with your old F2 teammate is over, and things didn't go your way.
Yeah, well, Lucas. Everyone's allowed one. Had to give Lucas something to go on, didn't he?
You and your old F2 rival didn't hold
Nah.
on to the champagne up on
It was
the
his
podium,
last
did you?
race. We actually no, it was yeah, it was Devon Butler, but you know, it's back to work as they would say.
Great. Well, that's everything.
We'll see you, Claire. Yeah, for those that don't know already, Claire's being replaced by Will Buxton for F1 2020. Oh, that'd be good. Now, if someone asks me a question that I don't like, I can punch him in the face. You couldn't do that with Claire, could you? Equal rights and all that. God, but let's all admit, as annoying as Claire was, she was lovely in the game. I can only imagine that Will Buxton is going to be a bit of a tosser. There, well, there's Ian's word of the day. Tosser!
Nice job
I think
this
Emma's
season.
staying.
You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable.
You're still going on about your
So enjoy
10%.
your
I
break.
got your
Keep up the good
10%.
work next year.
I got your 10% somewhere where you might like it as well.
It's thoroughly deserved. We were sweating
Ugh.
those few laps on the pit wall.
Oh well.
You brought it home.
Yeah, shut up, Jeff. I hope you're not in F1 2020. That would be the disaster of all disasters if Jeff was in F1 2020. But yeah, we'll negotiate a contract, but we're not fussed. We just want to get out of here and
Really? You don't want
get
to
on to the
negotiate
next
at all?
F1 game, folks, which
Personally, I've tried to push for better terms.
I know you're all going to
No
be
reason I
excited to
haven't
see
tried.
because there's going to be a brand new mode that we're gonna play on the channel instead of the Drivers' Championship. It's revolutionary for F1 games with Cody's. So yeah, that's fantastic. But guys, let's get the final F1 video up to 25 likes, if you would be so very, very kind, and do get subscribed for when we come back off the week after for more NASCAR Heat 4 and F1 2020. Join us tomorrow for what will be the final F1 Snooker 19 episode for a while. I know you're all not happy to hear that, but it is what it is. So yeah, take care, folks. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in a couple of weeks for F1 2020. But before we go, it would be amiss of me to show you our stats from our 4 seasons as F1 2019 driver. 3 drivers' championships, all with different teams. One with Racing Point, one with Renault, one with Mercedes. 2 constructors' championships with Renault and Mercedes. Well, we got 52 wins in our career, 71 podiums, 41 pole positions, average finishing 3rd, average grid starter 5th, 33 fastest laps. Guys, it's been absolutely fantastic. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in a couple of weeks for F1 2020 when we're retiring and somebody else is stepping up to the plates.